G-Shock Hidden Glow. I asked you guys to choose just one of the three watches in the United States market in the G-Shock Hidden Glow series. I put that up for a poll, and there was a clear winner. And by the way, Hidden Glow, isn't that like an oxymoron? Like, hidden means you can't see it, and glow means you can see it. I don't understand the concept. I mean, they're glow-in-the-dark watches, right? But they're called Hidden Glow. Well, the website says Hidden Glow, G-Shock Hidden Glow, phosphorescent faces for designs that shine. A stylish black and white look with a phosphorescent face that glows green in the dark. In a novel twist, each model shows off its glow in a different way, as though each were revealing its own secret identity. Oh, isn't that nice? They have a secret identity you can only see in the dark. You know, let's ignore all of this, marketing material. This is like, these look pretty cool, all right? So the watch body is like a dark gray. It's not black. It's somewhere in between black and gray. I think it looks cool. And then you have parts that are glow in the dark, but in the light, the glow in the dark parts are kind of a whitish color. And then you have details that are glow in the dark color in the light, but don't glow in the dark. It sounds confusing, but when you look at the three watches that are available for the G-Shock Hidden Glow series, you have the GA700 HD-8A, you have the GA2100 HD-8A, and then you have the DW6900 HD-8. Do you notice a pattern there in the name of all those watches? And each one of them is $110. And that's not bad. This is, a limited series watch, and but it's not that much more expensive than the standard issue of each of these watches. Now, the website has the pictures of these watches in the dark and the parts that glow. On the GA700, the dial of the watch, which is the face, like the back part of the watch face, that part glows in the dark. The watch hands do not glow in the dark, but in the light, the watch hands have a green color, as if they were glowing in the dark during the day. You see what I was trying to explain earlier? But on the GA2100, the watch face glows, the indices do not, and the hands look like they glow, at least in this picture. And so that's a little bit different. And that reminds me of a Citizen watch that had a full loomed dial. It's the ProMaster Dive Automatic, and it had a black PVD coated steel automatic watch, and the face was a full loom. It glowed. Some of the indices did not, but the hands also glowed. And in all of the reviews of the watch, people complained that in the dark, it was difficult to actually read the watch because both the hands and the dial glowed. And by the way, I'm using the word dial and face interchangeably. Some watch nerd may correct me, but I think that you guys know what I mean at least. So, will the GA2100 of G-Shock Hidden Glow series, will that have the problem of legibility in the dark when both the dial and the hands are glowing? Yet to be seen. Now, the 6900 version is, it's not an analog watch, it's a digital watch. And so like the back plate, the bezel of the inside face, that part glows around the three eyes and around the display where the digital readout of the time. So those three watches make up the Hidden Glow series for G-Shock. But I saw on G Central and on Casio Fan Mag that when they announced the Hidden Glow series, they were using press releases from Japan. The Japanese market has 5 total watches for their Hidden Glow series. In addition to the 3 watches offered in the American market, the Japanese market has the GA110HD-8A and the GA2000HD-8A. Now, on the GA2000HD-8A, the bumper, like the insert on the watch dial, that part glows. Not the whole dial, just the bumper part. And the hands glow. On the GA110 HD-8A, the same thing. Not the whole face glows, just part of it. And the hands on the GA110 series are so small that they are glow in the dark, but it's just like the Casio would have to take like the finest tip paintbrush just to get just enough lume on there, because there's like tiny little spots. Because if you remember, the GA110 across the board, all the GA110s have this whole motif. It kind of reminds me of like a steampunk background of Final Fantasy III, with all the little gears turning and all the little knickknacks and doodads moving around. But the hands on that watch have holes in them to make them really light and really small. So it's not a whole lot of room to put lume. But Casio found a way to stick lume on the hands of the GA110 G-Shock Hidden Glow. But those 2 were not part of the poll on my community post, because those 2 watches were not offered in the United States. I do not know what other markets may have these 2 additional Hidden Glow watches. Maybe, all of Asia. I don't know if Europe does. But we're going to limit our discussion to the American Hidden Glows. So what were the results of the poll? Well, the clear winner was the DW6900. For most of the duration of the poll, it had a near majority of votes. But in the final stages, it still maintained its plurality, but lost a lot of ground to the GA2100, which came in second place. And in third place is the GA700, capturing 23% of the vote. So the DW6900, with 286 votes, got 41% of the vote. The GA2100 got 36% of the vote, and the GA700 got 23% of the vote. My vote would be for the GA700. That one looks big, beefy. It looks like it would fit, and I like how the watch hands are not glow in the dark, even though the face is glow in the dark. I think that would add a lot of contrast to the whole glow in the dark. And I think that the GA700 is better for a big wrister. Just in general, all the GA700s. And I'm really interested in buying one. I was actually thinking about buying it, trying it out. And I know that would add a lot to my plate, since I'm still testing the Rangeman GPR H1000. But that GA700, it looks like a good watch in any color scheme. And I do think that the Hidden Glow GA700, it looks real nice. All these Hidden Glows look real nice. That's my opinion. But what do you guys say? Well, MVJ Miranda said that I'm not a big fan of the 6900 series, but that one looks fire. And yeah, I mean, the 6900 series is it seems to be the most common limited edition collaboration model watch. And it's a fan favorite. It's like a tried and true quintessential G-Shock watch. This 6900, I think that whole glow in the dark motif, I think it adds a lot to the watch in the gray color, the dark gray color. It looks nice. I like that one, and I agree with MVJ Miranda. Philip Lahell says, the GA700 for me. It is missing from my collection. I like analog watches. And I believe right now he is wearing the Mudmaster GWG 1000. And he liked the GWG 1000 so much he canceled his order for the GWG B1000. If you like those G-Shock anti-digi watches, the GA700 may be one of the best, especially of the affordable anti-digis. And so I agree with Philip Lahell. That, like I said, that's the one that I would vote for too. Vale MCC says, I ordered the 2100 yesterday. Need a white dial in my collection. And I hope that Val MCC follows up with us to let us know whether he likes it or not and whether it is legible in the dark when it glows. But during the day, I think it has a nice look because it's not like a full-on white face. It's like it like I said earlier, it like in the light, based on the pictures I've seen, the white face looks kind of glow in the dark-ish. It's not like a brilliant white. It kind of hints that it's glow in the dark. And if you are a child of the 80s or 90s, you recognize that whole glow in the dark look, and it is appreciated. Kyle says, only if I had to purchase one, I would go with the DW6900. I prefer all digital except for the 2 Mudmasters I currently have. I still hope that they make a blacked out version of the Mudman GW9500. If they do, I will be on top of that one. That's the whole premise of the poll. You have to choose one. He went with the DW6900 like most voters did. And he had to put in a plug there for his murdered out Mudman, an all black Mudman, which he invented. And yes, I plan to make a promotional video for what I'm calling the murdered out Mudman. So you guys got to stay tuned for that one, all right? Because we're gonna kind of shill for it. We're gonna like shill it into existence. Travis Walker says the 2100 has the full lume dial, so it gets my vote. Quickfoot LS says, I just want to see one of the analog watches win. Well, I'm sorry. The analog watches captured second and third place. The Time Bombardier checked in. 6900 gets my vote. And I just saw his video that he got a brand new 2100. So it makes sense that he would vote for the 6900 if he had to buy one, because he already has at least a couple of those 2100s. So check back in. Vale MCC lets us know what he thinks of the Hidden Glow 2100 if he gets it. And by the way, speaking of guys checking back in after they get to watch, Chris Bowden checked back in about his Casio-tron re-release, which he got, and he says that he loves it. He says, I got it today, and I've been wearing it all day. It's super comfortable, and it's more beautiful in person. So, he's one of the chosen, the owners of the TRN 50. So maybe we'll make up a follow-up video of the TRN 50. Seems like it's being well received by the community, despite being $500. But anyways, Hidden Glow. I think it looks pretty cool. I don't think I'll actually be buying any of these, but I do admire them. I think that it's a really cool concept, really nice looking. My favorite of them is the GA 700. What is yours? Remember, guys, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father except through him. I'm Jim Kinkade. Thanks for watching.